Awesome. Hi, everybody. I'm Masoud, co-founder and CEO of Rapha, and we're going after LinkedIn's launch money. In order to do that, though, we started at our beachhead. We built a contextual recruiting platform that understands context, captures culture fit, and hard skills from applicants without ever conducting a phone screen. So let's take a look at Tejas, for example. So Tejas recently raised, a couple $1 million. And just like any other founder that's on this portfolio right now, they decided to hire and pull software off the shelf, in this case being Ashby. And because qualifying is the biggest problem, he's pulled away from what they do best, which is building. He received over 6,000 plus applicants between inbound and outbound. Team was pulled away from what they do best. And team was decreasing productivity and wasting 50 hours a week qualifying the wrong person just to have a pass rate less than 2%. So he decided to make a change and use Rapha instead. So the way it works, you're able to add audio questions into your job description and job applications. Once the candidate discovers it, they apply, add their details, and for the very first time, able to go above and beyond the LinkedIn, the resume, and provide the much needed context. And since hiring is a team sport, his team of 10 was able to build consensus at step 0 instead of receiving 10 different answers for the same question. Now, the result of it, he was able to decrease spam applications by 98% while increasing the pass rate by 50%. They skipped the first and second call and was able to save 60 hours a week. Now, the 100 billion data moat that's being formed right in front of you is a contextual recruiting network that is able to index every working professional's story, sentiment, passion, how they think, how they handle trade-offs without ever conducting phone screens, and connecting them to opportunities faster than any other platform. Tejas is not the only one, though. We have customers of 30 customers, 6K MRR, 200 plus paid trials, 35% growth month over month, 5% churn. And we've also created pilots with Walmart Labs as well as Autodesk. Product metrics, 20,000 minutes of audio transcribed and summarized, and over 700 jobs posted. ICP, startups, agency recruiters, and as you can see, enterprise. Initial GTM motion has been ice cold outbound and word of mouth, and also rich audio, video and audio content led by me. LinkedIn is a one-dimensional company and Rapha is a three-dimensional company. Instead of spending $20,000 a month per seat on LinkedIn Recruiter, you're going to be paying $2,000. Speaking of pricing, the way we make money right now is $200 a month, $10 per seat. Enterprise is going to be $2,000 a month per seat. And yes, your AI agents will be paying us to source from our platform. We've been building products for 35 plus years. I was the design lead at Meta and Instagram. My counterpart, Marcelo, was a tech lead at Salesforce, Cloud Kitchens, and Amazon, Yahoo. And fun fact, I actually done the full cycle recruiting job for 8+ years on the side. We're raising 1 million at 8 million posts to reach 2 million ARR, looking to hire 2 engineers. We are backed by Jason Calacanis, Java Cream, co-founder of YouTube, and a few other amazing angels. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Just at time, Masoud. All right. Tatiana, Raza, and Craig.
Yeah. So Tatiana and Craig, when I was listening to the presentation, I think one question that came to my mind was that their initial target market is startups. So for me, the main question that came to my mind was that what is the break-even point for a startup? So if somebody's paying them $200, I think it was per seat, how will they break even, right, as a startup by paying that? And then I think you also saw the pricing on the enterprise side, which is about $2,000, right, per seat. I couldn't tell if it was 2,000 per month or per year, but the similar question, similar logic there.
So I had 2 thoughts which really came to mind. One was, how does this integrate with other platforms eventually, such as LinkedIn, such as the other big Workday, etc. Because it does have to integrate at some point. And secondly, what does the experience look like for applicants also? Because on one hand, you do have the customers who are the startups, who are the enterprises, but at the end of the day, the bread and butter in recruitment comes from the actual applicants. So how does the onboarding process look like? Is it comfortable? Is it of ease? What is the drop-off rate? And finally, there was a churn of 5%. I am very curious to understand why there's a 5% churn and what the feedback has been.
Sure. Also, we don't know if it's dollar churn or it's logo churn, right? So
exactly,
that's the other thing that comes to mind.
And
what
then,
do you think, Greg?
super quickly, great presentation. I'm confused. Does this get rid of the written part of the interview, which is actually my favorite part because it lets me really apples to apples see what's happening? And then the second thing, I was a little confused on your $100 billion data moat. Like I didn't really buy it. I didn't get it. You moved really quickly through that. That's all. Great traction, great progress though.
Excellent. So we're at time and we'll pass it back to Rapha. Masoud, go ahead. You have 2 minutes to respond.
Yeah, there was a few questions around, so maybe I can address one of them being around the churn. We had a few outliers of startups like closing shop as soon as I got them, and a few of them that probably just needed one hire for the next like 3+ years. And just that's kind of like what's been the reason and the rationale behind the churn. It hasn't been like product lack of features or etc. Now, when it comes to integrations, we are becoming the new LinkedIn. Right now, people are spending thousands of dollars going off of surface level materials, resumes, LinkedIn's, fancy posts, titles, stuff like that. But we all know that's not how you get hired. It's, can I trust this person? Do they have the actual hard skills? Can they actually back up what they have to say? So one story is when we onboarded GitHub, hiring manager came in, signed up, he's expanding his team in Atlanta. When he went to the creation of the job, he asked one simple question, and that was, do you like to take a number of small bets or one big bet? Explain. And then I turned to him and I was like, you sure about that? Is that the only thing you want to be asking here? And then he looked at me dead in my eyes and he said, you let me worry about that. I've been doing this for 30 years. I know exactly what I'm listening for. And that, Craig, is what we're solving, is the veil, like removing the veil of uncertainty and showing and taking a peek into the future of how this person thinks. And by doing that, you eliminate so many back and forth between the recruiting coordinator, the sourcer, the recruiter, taking guesses and building consensus at step 0. Now, when it comes to revenue, Raza, it's $200 a month. It's not per seat for like startups, but like for enterprise, $2,000 a month will allow you to source on top of Rapha. So you'll be able to index every working professional story through audio resume profiles. Instead of being told, creating a job, then you're able to source their profiles and be able to understand the context. Hopefully that kind
Thank
of
you, Masoud. Thank you.
Excellent.
Good job.
So, yes, time is up. Now, thank you for that, Masoud. Appreciate it. Next up is Prize.
Hi, everyone. Thank you. All right, should I go ahead and start?
Yep, you got it.